So I have a customer that wants to put a set of pallet forks on their JCB 416, like the one behind me. And I have a set of pallet forks. The mounts don't look familiar to me, but they look like they may work on a 416. So I'm gonna grab our 416 here that we have used, and I'm gonna see if they fit these set of pallet forks. So the nice thing about having a lot of inventory and having good used inventory, specifically JCB wheel loaders, so you can see behind me we have some in stock. With customers that have JCBs, want to know if something will fit, it's really easy for me just to go grab something that they have similar to what they have, like a 416. We sold a lot of these machines, and we have a set of pallet forks out back. Normally I can tell if they will fit just by looking at them, but these are different branded ones. They're not necessarily a JCB branded pallet fork, and I can't necessarily tell, but I have a good feeling they're going to fit. But before I send these pallet forks off to a customer, I'm just going to make sure they fit a 416 just like their machine, and then I'll have 100% confidence that they'll fit. That's what we're doing. And they say, like, oh, my wheel loader can't put pallet forks on it. Well, most wheel loaders in America are Z-bars, is what I would call them. They have like the front loader is a Z-bar, and it's not, you can't change the attachments. In the agriculture industry, JCB specifically, they call these tool carrier wheel loaders. They have a different front wheel that's not a Z-bar, and you're able to change attachments out similar like you would do like on a skid steer. It makes them very specific. So there are some farmers using Z-bar wheel loaders, and you can put a quick attach system on it. It's just more money, and it doesn't work as nice. These ones were made to be tool carriers. They carry different tools: bucket, forks, gravels, facers, snow blades, whatever you want to name it. Those right there are the pallet forks in question. I know the top hooks probably will fit, but it's if that bottom pin will latch, and that's what I'm after. Let's back up here and line up. Try not to back up into anything. See how good I am. Let's see if you can see how good I am. Not very good. Yeah, the top hooks for sure are going to work. I didn't really have a doubt on that. It's the bottom hooks is what I'm making sure if they work or not. I'll just pull these ones out from under the other ones. And you see those little red dowels? That means my pins are not in, so they're not in the lock position. So they should lock, but I can't see from here if they are. So we're going to get out, throw the parking brake, and let's see if they fit. That looks pretty well lined up. So yeah, these will fit. These are a little shorter though, and the customer did want some longer ones, and these are longer. So if these will fit, he'll probably take these. That does look like a different mount altogether, but let's give it a try. Real quick, dump these off. If you did want to lock it, you see those dowels? Right, not there. Oh, I gotta move the camera. See those little red dowels? If I stroke a lever, that means the bucket's locked. If I unstroke it, that means it's unlocked. Anyways, that's about the dowels. And we're gonna unhook this fork right here, like so. Back away from it. And we're gonna try to hook up those other ones. Let's see if I can hook up the other one. The top looks like it's going to hook like the other one did. Let's see if the bottom lines up. These would be the ones he wants if the bottom lines up. And again, the only way we're going to be able to tell is if we get out and look at it. That looks like it lines up perfectly. These will work. And the ultimate test, let's make sure it actually locks into place with the lever lock there. It went in a little rough. Let's try it one more time. It's a tight fit, but it is a fit. So the good news is it fits. The good news is we have them. The good news is I had a tractor to test it on. One thing my dad, who owns the place, started the place, founded the place, is very consistent, good at is having inventory, especially attachments, used attachments, for equipment we sell new and used. And it's something I take for granted sometimes, but not a lot of dealer stock used attachments. None. Like we have a lot of used attachments for sale, and it's just something we offer here. And sometimes I just don't even think about it. We just have the stuff, like used tires, used forks, all this stuff. But it's nice to be able, when someone calls, to have confidence that it fits. And without a machine like this in stock, I would never have been able. I would have guessed it fit, but I had had a little bit of a doubt because it didn't look normal to me the way it mounted. But I know it fits. So I'm gonna call the customer, tell them it fits, you can come pick them up. You know it's corn season when we're loading corn heads on trailers or trucks with the 416s. Yeah, I definitely know it's corn season. Yeah, it's cool. We're able to load that with the wheel loaders. If you have to use a forklift to do that, it's a real pain. So it's very cool. Did I ever tell you we have a lot of corn heads in stock? Yeah, it keeps going for a while. Not only are they in stock, but I've said this in previous videos before, but we keep them under cover. We try to, at least, for the most part. And that keeps them fresh, less rusty, and keeps our inventory looking really good. I was gonna go park this wheel loader in a different spot, but then I realized I have the RTV over where the wheel loader was, so I need to go park it back where I got it, and then drive the RTV back. I did just get a call. I have a guy that inquired about a Ford tractor I traded in. It's a 1715. It's got a knock in the engine. He wants to see how bad the knock is, and he sent him a video. So that's the Ford in question here. It's a trade-in of mine. Unfortunately, it developed a problem after it got here. It has an engine knock. We decided not to fix it and sell it as is on our site, mentioning it has an engine knock. We get a lot of questions, how bad is the knock? Like today, I had a guy that says he's really interested in it, but wants to hear it run and us send a video. We'll start it up, video the knock, send him the video, see what he thinks. We can only hope we don't have to jump start it. Oh, I didn't expect it was gonna crank that easy. We might need a glow plug. Oh, glow plug is this way. That is lighting up. Well, it's got an old school glow plug right there, that little silver thing. It actually heats up, and you can see when it's red if it's working. It's got a little coil in there. Older tractor. I think it's changing color right now. It's your cold start 8, so you can see where it's at on the glow plug side. Seemed to work. Oh! I think there's a bee in the. There was a bee in there. It came out. I hope there's not a hive in that muffler. That'd be bad. Oh, lots of smoke. Oh, baby. Oh, we're getting so close. Run a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it, but it does have the knock still. It didn't go away magically. Shifted it into gear when I jumped off. It's a loud one. And it does have a knock. Oh my God. Oh my God. hear the knock a little better. Not an idle. But turn the key off, you just have to pull that, and she dies. So unfortunately, in this business, you trade stuff in, it develops a problem, and then you let it sit for a while, trying to sell it as is, and it develops another problem. Hydraulic leak on the hoses. That's a simple fix, just a couple new hoses it's gonna need, but hoses do deteriorate over time, so this thing's got a couple problems. But we're selling it as is. I will have to disclose the hydraulic leak now. Anyways, we try to disclose it all that we can, that we know of. Anyways, I'm gonna send this video off to the customer, see if he can make a decision that's in his favor, if he wants to proceed with a project. It's a good tractor. It's just needs some love, and you can't tell, we got a lot of projects here. We chose not to participate in this one at the moment. We're gonna sell it as is. So I have a customer that is in need of a loaner machine. We had an issue with a hydraulic coupler system on the end of his new Kubota, and so we're going to give him a loaner machine, a KX057-5, but he wants a different bucket, a bigger bucket. And I have one that will fit this machine. We just need to go mount up to it. And so that's what we're going to do. Oh, got a little close to that pallet. I'm a rookie foot driver. Help if I had the correct pedalage going on. Woo. Might help if I'm not in high speed. So I'm going to pick out that little older looking bucket for loaner purposes. Let's just grab it. I do want to make sure this bucket fits. It should fit, but we've had some instances in the past where these buckets have tight fits when they're brand new. Before I send it out, I want to make sure it fits. So we do sell these machines with hydraulic couplers, but a majority, I would say a highest percentage of them are over 50% of these size machines still leave with a mechanical coupler, and for that reason we have to get out and change the pin. So we just have to pull off the pin like that, and then go back and uncurl the bucket and hook it up to this one, and then we'll slide the pin right in that hole. For now, I gotta get back. So I have a problem. It doesn't fit, and that's why I did this, because I wanted to make sure it did. Because this bucket's rather faded compared to the other ones, and I knew there had to be a reason, and I just looked it up. This bucket was originally ordered for a KX161, which was the predecessor to the 57. And believe it or not, their bucket lugging is slightly different. Usually we have a pin marker on this saying it's for a KX161, but we don't on this one. But now I know that's what it's for, so I'm gonna have to go with this bucket is made for a 57. So we'll hook up to that one. So we got the bucket mounted up. Now we're ready to go. So my favorite forklift on the yard is this JCB Teletruck, and it's beeping at me. It's the electric one. It's super smooth, super responsive. It's my favorite one to use. And it's beeping at me because it's low on battery. And when it gets below 20% on the battery, it goes to half speed and beeps at you all the time. It's just not very fast. So we're gonna go plug it in. It's giving us a 20% warning. It doesn't let you go more than 3 miles an hour, which is probably okay, but we need to go faster. So I got it backed into the hole here, and we're gonna plug in the charger to the battery. And first off, we gotta unplug the machine from the battery. Hang it up like that. We plug the battery cable into the machine, and we press, oops, oh no, power, sorry. And it starts thinking. It's the GNB Industrial. System check, it always does a check. Preparing to charge, there he goes. And that will tell us when we're full down here. Right now it just says charging. Usually it's a few hours on the charger. I haven't charged this forklift in probably 3 to 4 weeks. So we don't use it every day all the time, but occasionally, and yeah, I'm not complaining one bit. It's a great forklift. Batteries work good, but sometimes we need to charge it. Right now I'm going to, we got a transfer truck here to go to the other store, and they need another, they have room to take something big, so we're gonna give them a chopper. I'm looking for got an 860 twin here that I'm gonna hook a corn head to and ship down to our other store. First I gotta find the chopper, then I gotta hook the corn head up. So we have two 860s. I have to figure out which one I want to send down. I'm gonna pick this one, it looks pretty. I always forget. Gotta turn on and off the battery. Well, the last person didn't turn it off. So let's hope it's not dead. Oh, the window's open. You always find interesting things. So, change of plans. We're going to take a 960. The 860 wasn't ready. We had to do something to it yet. So this 960, it's a 2012. We reconditioned it, did quite a bit of work to it. It's ready to go. We're going to put the corn head on it, ship it down to the other store. Just try not to run anything over when I move these things. That's my goal. Now that's a pretty chopper. They're all pretty if they're that color green. Full there. Oh, it can't crash. Can't crash, bro. Front end. We may have to get Nick to move his truck. That's the head we're gonna hook to the Orbis 600. The slower you go, the better. Make fine adjustments as you're moving forward and realize you're going to be off or on. In this case, I look like I'm a little off, but we'll see if it slides in. It may. I'm going to keep moving forward. I think it went. Boom. Oh, we're a little close to the front head here. We knocked over something. Back up slightly, keep lifting up. We're hooked. I gotta figure out how to get that ramp off of the front. Well, they don't like it. Yeah, I go for it and push it. Oh, that's what I wanted. We have a corn head. It's a dirty corn head. It's dusty. It's been sitting under cover for a little bit since last season. Let's raise it up. Just because we have it hooked up doesn't mean it's fully hooked up. We'll get out and I'll show you what I mean. Hook up the hydraulics. The PTO shaft is automatically hooked up. But I'll show you. I had a mix up, and that head I grabbed is actually scheduled to go on a different machine. And so instead of trying to put it back in that hole in that tight spot with the chopper, I set it down on the concrete. And I'm going to use this wheel loader to put it back in its spot. We'll send the chopper down with a different head. Might have to dig it out. But anyways, that's what I'm doing now. But it's super cool. Not a lot of places have a payloader or an adaptation plate that goes on a payloader, a telehandler, a load all, whatever you want to call it, that can pick up corn heads, and it makes it easy to move them. And that's why I chose to put it back in the hole. I set it here on the chopper after I figured it out. I was like, I'm going to put it back in the hole just because this is easier to maneuver into that stall, because you can shift side to side with the articulation of this machine. Makes it real easy. This head's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. Let's put her back in its hole. So when I do stuff like that and then I have to undo it, I call that doing stuff for fun. So I just move that head for fun. But anyways, it happens. Right here, a couple weeks ago, I took you to look at this tractor in a box. And it's the new Narrow tractor from Kubota. It's a little 48 horse. That's what it looks like after it's set up. It's waiting for some fluid to put in the rear tires, give it a little more weight. It's just got it's a little narrower stance. It's actually, I don't think the fenders are any different. It's mainly to do with the roll bars, and the factory option on the tires is a narrower option to get this thing nice and skinny down the barrier rows. Pretty nice looking tractor. Kubota has not had a product in this segment before, on this low horsepower. Before, the lowest horsepower Narrow tractor they had was 70. So this one gets into a little different market, a little different demographic, and I think it could be pretty popular locally. We're gonna find out though. A couple weeks ago, we found a New Holland pull type mower, and we looked at it, made sure we found the PTO shaft. We got it hooked up, ran it. That wasn't on the video, but the reason we did that is because the guy wanted to buy it, and we came together, made a deal, and here is the finished project. It's leaving today, so the New Holland Discbine 316 is leaving. We had to unhook that hydraulic cylinder so we could tilt the big beam drawbar sideways so we could get it within shipping. Okay. She's not over width. Pretty nice looking load. Long trailer though. Yeah, it's gonna go to its new home. Almost every day we have some sort of unusual load come in or go out here at Skelton's Equipment, but some of them I just take for granted. They're pretty unusual. Not a lot of people do loads like that as often as we do, but so I'm gonna show you them as they come. It's a pretty nice looking load. Skill is what this is. If it was facing the other way, it would match the logo. Kinda. The sun's shining, my tow truck's fully charged, and it's Friday. The weekend's around the corner. Hope you enjoyed watching. See you next week.